What's up? What's up? What's up, my beloved souls? Blessed be, blessed day. Welcome back. I'm Autumn, the Enlightened Daughter. For those of you who don't know me, and for those of you who do, welcome back, my high vibe tribe. So happy, wonderful Wednesday, right? It's Woke Wednesday. It's a beautiful vibe. We're headed right into that eclipse, that full moon eclipse in Taurus. We're in Libra season. There's a lot happening. So I just wanted to jump in and do like a quick like weekly energy update. But instead of just doing like the normal energy update, I'm going to timestamp it below, but I'm also going to do a reading specifically for the divine masculine energy right now, for the divine feminine energy, and also for twin flame energy. And I'm doing all of that because Venus is in Virgo right now, right? And that's a sign of like when Venus is in Virgo, we get a lot of like practical love, you see a lot of men love this way, right? Very practically, like doing stuff for you. I'll change the oil in your car, I'll help paint your house, I'll help you to move. Um, I fixed your flat, or so, like very practical things of love. It's not gonna be all like mushy and romantic. Yum yum yum. But having said that, this full moon is in Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Virgo, by Venus. In English, autumn. Taurus is ruled by Venus, right? And Taurus is a sign of art and beauty and love and money. So you're going to see a lot of practical actions taking place in these areas, right? Love, money, beauty. You're going to see a shift in desires. Maybe you're going to be really drawn to declutter your space, right? Really start going through your things. Like, is this useful? Do I need this? Do I want this? Should I keep it, right? Is this practical to still have? Is it trash? Is it something that's worth keeping? Is it time for it to move on so it can be a blessing to somebody else, right? You have those types of things going on. But then there's also a lot of this huge, just kind of chaotic energy going on, right? A lot of shifts happening, a lot of transformations happening, and not in a small way, right? Because we're in eclipse season. We just had that new moon eclipse, right? Solar lunar eclipse, and now we're going into this other eclipse, this lunar eclipse. And eclipses are opportunities to timeline jump, right? You go from kind of like stagnant and tried and true and kind of just like hustling and grinding and trying not to be frustrated with your past because it feels like it's going very slowly, and then all of a sudden it's like boom. Eclipses can bring the energy of what people seem to be like an overnight sensation, right? And it's like, no, they're not an overnight sensation. Like, they've been doing this work for like 10, 15, 20 years. Y'all just found out about it today, and all of a sudden the rest of the world knows about that, right? It's that kind of like momentum forward. So that's a beautiful thing. If you've been doing the inner work, if you're that's what you're aligned with, if that's what you truly desire, right? It's not so fun when you're kind of being kicked forward and you're comfortable in whatever level you're at, right? So at the end of the day, you're either, it's like at the end of the day during eclipse season, everybody's on a cliff, right? And so you're either willingly diving off this cliff because you're excited about it, because it's like, yes, I just climbed this mountain, I get to cliff dive, and I'm gonna come do it again and again and again because I'm an adrenaline junkie and this is so much fun and I'm so proud of myself. And now that I've done it once, I know I can do it again, right? It's kind of like that energy. Or you can be on the edge of the cliff, and being like, no, I'm scared, I want to go back down. And people being like, there is no way. The only way down is in the cliff, right? And so you kind of like getting kicked off the cliff and feeling like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. At the end of the day, no one's dying, right? We're all gonna hit the water, and you're either gonna be really happy about the way you dove in and the fact that you know how to swim and you're good, or you're gonna come up gasping for air, choking, and feeling like you died. Free will, we all have a choice. But we get propelled forward, so be ready for that. And being grounded during this time is going to be super helpful for you, right? Yesterday my children happened to be off by the grace of God, and it was such a energetic fall for me yesterday. Like, I was like trying to do stuff and I couldn't focus. I couldn't concentrate. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Right? I'm like going in circles, and I go to do one thing and then I start, and I was like, okay. this is not cute. Like I'm getting a whole lot of nothing done, right? Like I literally was just like spinning my wheels, and I was getting so frustrated with myself because I knew I wasn't getting anything done. It's like go start the dinner, go start the laundry, go start this, go start that. Oh shit, I need to finish doing this. And I'm like, no, like you're doing nothing. You're getting nothing done. You're very just like I was like annoyed with myself. So I was like, all right, you need to ground your energy. Um, whatever, however you need to do that. So again, by the grace of God, my children were off of school yesterday, so I just cleaned out my tub. My girlfriend had just like restuffed my herbs for the bath, and I just boiled some herbs down and grabbed all my like powders, special healing powders out the kitchen cabinet and took a beautiful bath in the middle of the day. And it was so delicious, and I felt so much better. And when I got out, I was grounded, stabilized, I was organized, I was getting the messages channeled to me again and understanding what I was receiving. I was able to get everything fucking done, feed the kids, get the laundry done, clean the house, jump in, get some work, do some videos. Like I was like, okay, this is the autumn that was supposed to be here earlier. Like, but I needed to be grounded. And as you're walking through this earth and walking through this world, you have to understand we're energetic beings, right? All of our energies are shooting out like 6 feet, right, within our auric field. So we're passing people, we're picking up people's energies, right? And if you're not protected, or if you don't remember to like transmute those energies, or understanding that at a time like this where you happen to be extra highly sensitive because we're getting close to Halloween or Samhain, and the veil is getting thinner, so everybody, right? Everybody's energy is a little bit more amplified right now, right? Things that wouldn't necessarily bother you might be bothering you. Like everyone's a little bit more sensitive right now, right? And just understanding that and being aware of your sensitivity and how it's showing up in your life, and the fact that you're dealing with other people's as well, right? So really important during this time to be grounded. It's gonna be so um useful to you, right? Especially as in the next coming days as we get ready for this eclipse. So having said that, I'm going to pull some cards right now for the collective, and we're going to jump into this reading. And then, like I said, I'll timestamp it below, and we'll do divine masculine, divine feminine, and twin flames. All right. So, thank you, Most High God, angels, and guides. What does the collective need to know? What do we need to see as we approach beautiful lunar eclipse in Taurus? What do we all need to know? What do we need to see? Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. That was quick. Okay. Wow. All right. Bottom of the deck. So funny. I was gonna mention the high winds that I've been seeing and experiencing, and then here we go. So beautiful activations going on. Again, we're all being propelled forward, right? We're all timeline jumping. You're being activated right now with your gifts, your skills, your talents, right? Like for many of you, it's like you've been praying, you've been manifesting, you've been goal setting, you've been doing what you need to do, on an energetic plane to really bring these visions into fruition for yourself, right? And there are things that are being activated within your world right now to line you up for this. So you really need to be grounded so that you're paying attention to the messages, to the signs, to the omens, to the guidance that's coming in for you. I've been followed for days by this bird, and I couldn't figure out what it was, right? It was so high up, and I'm like, what bird is that? But I love Gaia, I love nature. I'm always like looking, and especially, but I'm seeing this one fucking bird, huge wingspan everywhere I go, right? I'm on southwest, southeast, northwest, northeast. No matter where I'm at in my city, I see this bird, and I'm like, I know there's messages there, right? So I couldn't wait to come home and like dive in deeper, because I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? Because I can't see what kind of bird you are specifically to look up that specific message. Crow, found out later, but at the time, so I'm like, all right, bird of prey, spiritual message, what does that mean? What are you trying to tell me, right? And I'm in here, pulling my animal oracle and just trying to really tap into that energy, and a lot of that message was coming in. It's like, be prepared for what's about to transpire, right? Like shit's transforming, things are manifesting. They're all good signs, right? All good omens, but be aware of the things and get yourself grounded. And I'm like, all right, cool. And all these healings and activations are coming on. And it's like waking up every day with a brand new gift, waking up every day with a brand new awareness, waking up every day with a brand new understanding of a deeper truth, right? Beautiful energies coming in. So if you happen to be like me and experiencing a lot of these wins, just know that you're being activated for the next level of your being and just get really excited about it, but also make sure you stay grounded, okay? Forest breath work is a great way to stay grounded, right? Doing yoga, meditations, doing just slowing your breathing down, right? I love the shamanic breathing where you inhale for 4, you hold for 7, and then you exhale for 8, right? And it really slows our energy down. And why do we want to slow ourselves down? Why do we want to slow our breathing down? So that our bodies know that we're safe, so that we have clarity of mind. It is very hard to think, it is very hard to act, it is very hard to do anything when you're constantly in a state of stress and anxiety and your adrenaline's really rushing, right? Like we slow our breathing down to let our bodies know, hey, we're safe now, right? There's no tiger in the bushes, there's nobody about to kill us. We're safe right now. We can open our minds and explore. We can open ourselves to creativity. We can be receptive to the beautiful gifts that the universe has in store for us, right? So really connecting with your breath. Getting outside into nature is a great way to stay grounded, right? Connecting with Gaia. Go for a walk in the park. Go get into, go to the beach or the oceans or get into some salt water. Or if you're, weather permitting, obviously, where I'm at in the world, it's autumn. So, I can still get outside. Um, but if you can't get outside, getting into a bath. Like I said, even though where I live is beautiful, like I needed water, like I needed to soak the whatever that was off of me, right? So I got into salt baths, Himalayan salt, Epsom salt. I had like turmeric in there, maca, moringa, baking soda, apple cider vinegar. Like it was a whole a tea. My little soup, right? But I had to drain all those energies. I needed the clarity, right? So check your freaking pantries, you know what I mean? And then get in the bathtub. If you don't have a freaking bath, you can get a lemon, cut it in half, and when you get in the shower, clean your whole body with soap, blah, 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 and then take the lemon and rub that on your body. Obviously, you want to avoid your eyes, right? Your freaking hoo-ha, your penis, your vagina. If you're a bald man, you don't want to put that on the top of your head, but the rest of your body. And I mean, really, use the lemon. Rinds, skin, peels, and all, everything. Especially the bottom of your feet, right? To help you really stay grounded. And then just rinse that off, not using any soap. That'll help you stay really grounded, all right? Quick little hack, just putting out there. Eating foods that grow in the dirt will help you as well, right? So you want to get some potatoes, some onions, some squashes, right? Like anything like that's really going to help your energy stay grounded. Wearing the color red, being around the color red, right? Whatever you can do. Then we have rebirth coming in with the spring equinox, right? So for those of you in the southern hemisphere, double message for you, right? But for everyone, this is a time of fertility. This is a time of harvest. This is a time of manifestations. That's what's going on with these eclipses, right? And we know full moon is like that's when we see things really manifest. So get ready to start seeing, you know, um, things in your 3D reality manifesting that you've been putting out there, especially things that you've been working on since the last eclipse season, right? Which I think was back in April. Um, but this is a time of transformation and manifestations and growth. There's so many of you have been coming out. This is a time where you're coming out of your cocoon, right? You were the freaking caterpillar, you were in that chrysalis, but whatever. This is your time to shine. Look at this beautiful butterfly there, right? So this is you coming out and really coming into you. I'm so excited for you guys. It's about to be delicious. Then we got, oh, look, rainbow blessings. What did I say, right? A lot of things that you've been working on and manifesting are going to start to happen right now. So get ready for it. Be open for it. Open your heart for it. Stay grounded so that you can see it, right? How many times have you like prayed for something and then you get it and then you're still so caught up in everything else that's going on that you haven't even taken the time to like acknowledge or be aware of the blessing or the gift or the grace that just came into your life? Like this is a time to kind of like stop and pause and reflect and just take stock of where you're at. Like literally just take stock of where you're at. You're not where you were yesterday, right? Every day we wake up, we have an opportunity to move further, right? So just be proud of who you are today, whether you failed or you passed something yesterday, it doesn't matter. You still have an opportunity to wake up and do something new today. All right. So just take stock of where you're at and be like, you know what? Let me take a minute to be grateful for some stuff, right? Where are the blessings in your life already? Because you have more blessings coming in, but what have you already been blessed with, right? You have the internet to be able to look at a video on YouTube. You have a phone or a computer or whatever, right? You have the ability to hear or to see if you're happen to just be watching this or reading the captions, right? Like you have the ability to have electricity in order for these things to work, right? Air, clean air to breathe in because you're breathing while you're watching this and taking the fact that you can breathe so easily for granted, right? We just don't even think about it unless we're struggling, right? Maybe your bed. I love my bed. Such a fan. Gonna see the little lips. Right? What does it say? Lots of love, besos, like amor. I'm a big lover because I love you people. You guys might think I'm bullshitting when I say I love you, but I really mean it. I really mean it. Okay, I'm wrong voice. All right. But anyway, start taking stock of your blessings. If you don't already, I would encourage you to start a gratitude journal, right? Every day. Try to write down like 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for. If you're really dope, take it up to 10, right? Every day you should be finding reasons to be grateful. What are you grateful for and why? Right? Not like I'm just like, I'm grateful for my bed, I'm grateful for my kids, I'm grateful for this life. Yeah, like why? Why am I grateful for my children? Why am I grateful for my bed? Right? I just went through hell and back where I didn't have a bed for several years. So I'm not going to take for granted the fact that I have this beautiful bed behind me. This means a lot to me. And many of you take these little things for granted, but don't take for granted that in which can easily be stripped away from you. You know what I'm saying? Find reasons to be grateful. And then we got the fairies coming in, yes, supporting you with some more earth magic. So again, really working with Gaia at this time is going to support you, right? Remembering the magic in this universe. If you um again can't get out into nature, I would encourage you to bring some nature home. Actually, whenever the fairies show up in a reading, it's an indication that they want us to kind of like connect with nature more. So whether you want to bring some crystals into your house or some plants or something like that, but you want to bring a little bit of the earth, a little bit of Gaia into your home to start working with them, and the fairies are going to support you in those communions, right? There's a reason that that energy is coming to you. You stay grounded primarily, primarily. Ancestors, generations. Okay, so for many of you, um, this is the ancestors just coming through as a thank you, as an acknowledgement. They're working very closely with you guys, whether you're aware of it or not. Some of you are working specifically with your ancestors, and I mean like calling them by name or like using sage, doing giving them dedications on your altar, things like that. But the ancestors are coming in to acknowledge the work that you guys have been doing, especially when it comes to clearing out the karma from the generations, right? Clearing those generational curses. Also like it's an acknowledgement and an apology, right? Because the karma that you're clearing isn't just yours, it's also throughout your lineage, right? So they're acknowledging that and they're also apologizing. But you can see with this beautiful snake here that all the healing is being done. So generation by generation, layer by layer, the work that you're doing is healing the generations. When we do our inner work, when we do our healing, we heal 7 generations back and 7 generations forward, right? So your ancestors and your descendants are just coming through to acknowledge, thank, and encourage you during this time. Isn't that beautiful? I love that for us. And celebrate the times. Come on. Celebrate your blessings. Celebrate where you're at. Celebrate your failures. Celebrate that you got up today. Celebrate that you're trying. Find reasons to celebrate. Guess what celebrating does? It changes our vibration. Guess what dancing does? It changes our vibration. Guess what gratitude does? It changes our vibration. It raises us to a high vibrational level. Guess what happens when we're in a high vibrational level? We are connected energetically to our blessings, to our goals, to our dreams, to the things that we're coming to manifest, right? We're connected to the highest realms. So, yeah, you want to shake things up. You want to get things lit. You want to have a little fun. You want to make sure that you are aligned to your good, right? I am now aligned to my good. I am now on my highest and greatest timeline, right? And I'm now aligned to my blessings and allow that to come in. And for some of you, it's like get in the vibration of knowing that you've received this thing, right? Start celebrating your wins, start celebrating your victory, start walking the path like it's already been done so that the universe can bring that blessing forward to you, right? So dope. And then, ooh, fog veil. That's how I was feeling yesterday. I was feeling yesterday. Again, get grounded. For, I mean, this is definitely a message for you guys to get grounded, but for some of you, it's, you feel like that's how you feel. You feel like things are being kept from you. It's not that things are being kept from you in like a sinister way, though. Like, there's just certain things, even as a seer, as a psychic, as a clairvoyant, there's certain things that I'm just not allowed to see. There's just certain things that we just can't know, right? It's just like sometimes you're just not allowed to know. The universe wants to bring it forth for you, right? The universe wants to surprise you, delight you. Sometimes when you know what's coming forth for you, you block it with the overthinking and the worrying and the doubting yourself and the questions and blah blah blah. So there's some things that are just gonna be kept from you so that you don't fuck it up. You know what I mean? It's like there's a story in the Bible of John the Baptist's dad, and when the angel came to tell him that he was going to have a child, and what to name the child, and he's laughing like, that's impossible. I'm not doing that. And they silenced him, and he wasn't allowed to speak after that point. And the angel's like, I'm silencing you because you're not going to fuck this. Basically, you're not going to fuck this blessing up. Like, I'm not going to let you talk against this blessing. And since we, free will agents, have the power of our words, it was like, let me stop it now so that you can't interrupt what this plan is. Like, we need this to play out. We can't have your little human doubts and questions over here fucking shit up for us, okay? So for some of you, that's just this time. Like, it's just you're not meant to see, you're not meant to know, because your own worry, fear, and doubt may be the weapon that formed against you, causing you not to prosper. Okay? Anyway, I didn't know which way to go with you guys. I always shuffle ahead of time, but I like to shuffle on camera because I like you to see the cards line out for yourself. Right? I step into the future with an open heart. Like, get ready. I'm telling you, this eclipse is gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like, picture an arrow, right? Got arrows being pulled back, and I know, because I am that person too. It felt like we were being pulled back. Like, I feel like I was going, 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 and every time I would get to a certain point, like something was grabbing me, trying to pull me back. I was getting frustrated. It was getting harder, harder, and I'm like, what the, right? Like, I'm praying, I'm processing, I'm trying to have faith, journaling, I'm scripting, I'm doing all things. I'm like getting so frustrated. And I finally got to the point I was like, you know what? I don't care how many times I go backwards. I know I'm getting there. Like, nothing is going to stop me from getting to that point. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. I don't want to hear it. I'm not trying to see that. That's what it is. That's where I'm going. Watch this. And I just got to the point where I was like, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Right? I'm moving forward and I don't care what's happening. Like, some of this is the energy where we have to put the blinders on, right? Like, put the blinders on and just walk forward. Walk through the door. It doesn't matter how scary it might seem. It doesn't matter the fact that you don't know necessarily what's on the other side. It does none of that other stuff matters. All you know is that when you move forward, you're moving towards the light. You're moving towards your purpose. You're moving towards your happily ever after. You're moving towards your connection with the divine. You're moving back towards your sovereignty and your luminosity. That is where you're being propelled. That's where you're being pushed forward to that in which you've been desiring and creating. You guys have created your own happily ever afters in your mind. You're the ones putting the desires out there. So if you're asking God to bless you with the desires of your heart, then you should be willing to walk through this door, because this is the thing that you asked for. You're going to ask for something if you're not going to go get it. It's like, oh, can I get $50? And it's like, okay, cool, come here. And you just sit there. It's like, well, I guess you don't fucking want it because I just told you to come here. And you're just sitting there. Like, get up and go get it. Walk through the door. Soaring into joy, another card about raising our vibration, people. Right? Joy is a higher vibration than love. Did you know that? Right? So open your heart. Go have fun. If you guys are feeling down, if your energy is, a little, go online and look at something. You're on YouTube right now. There's a ton of freaking comedy. There's stand-up comedy. There's freaking wilding out. There's all types of stuff that you can watch to just make you laugh for a little while. There's free movies. There's free movies on Tubi. Like, there's literally no reason that you can't bring joy into your life outside of just you rejecting joy. Like, find something that makes you laugh, makes you giggle. changes your vibe real quick, shifts your mind real quick, get your mind out of the, you know, the cycle of nothingness that it's spinning right now in the ethers, that it's creating all of these problems. Like, move away from that energy, tap into this energy of joy, right? Try to hold it for like 2 to 3 minutes, right? Give yourself as much joy as possible. And as you raise your vibration, the things that you're calling forth will be drawn to you that much faster. Okay. So keep talking to you about your energy, breath work, finding joy, getting out into nature, right? Being grounded. All of these things are here to support you. Taking action. What did I just say? Walk through the door. You have to do something. Prayer without works is dead. We can pray. Thank you, God, for blessing me with this new home. Thank you for financial abundance. Thank you that all my dreams are coming true, right? I know, God, that you got my back, and I know that if this thing is not blessed unto me, right? If this thing is not gifted unto me, then I know that something better is in store. But I am grateful, Lord, because I know that you got my best interest at heart, because it is your will to give me the desires of my heart. Like, understand why you need to know the words so that you can use these words and speak the words back to that whom in which you are commanding it. Command ye me, the Bible says, right? Use God's words on God. You said you would give me the desires of my heart. This is the desire of my heart. And you said if I can't do that, I can get something better. And you said all I have to do is ask, believe, and receive. That all I needed was the face of the mustard seed. Like, let's go. When I pray, and especially if I'm in a stressful situation, I'm not like, oh Lord, by my faith. No, God, by your faith, by your strength, by your courage, by your will, let this manifest, because I'm weak and I'm human and I doubt. But I know you won't falter. I know that you'll hold the vibration down for me. I know that you'll keep it steady, right? I know that my will sometimes is, but yours is steady. So thank you that your will and my will are aligned and that you want this for me. And it's by your will that it shall be done, right? Listen and speak. Think about the words that you're speaking and speak them back unto yourself. Speak life over yourself. Speak blessings over yourself. Speak health. Speak prosperity. Speak love over yourself. It's your world, right? By thy tongue shall you live or die. What are you saying? And then what actions are you doing? Are you going to take some inspired action steps to go get the things in which you desire? Or are you going to sit there thinking that it's going to land in your lap? Even something as simple as you desiring to like win the lottery or something, you have to fucking play. You know what I mean? Like, 1 + 1 = 2. Do your math. I don't know. Starting fresh. Love that for you. Just talked about huge transformations, shifts happening, coming out of your chrysalis. This is a whole new cycle for you, right? You were a caterpillar before, and then you went into a chrysalis and you died, and you had to be resurrected to come back to life. And now you're starting a whole new chapter of your life. Praise be to God. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. The yin and the yang, right? The masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark, the positive, the negative, all of it, all of it. Balance, harmony, right? Cooperative situations and relationships, all of that is beginning now, right? Again, we're in this energy of Taurus with Venus, right? So new beginning in finances, new beginning in your home, a new beginning in your relationships, right? So beautiful. Revealing radiance. My light illuminates the world. Yes, it does. Shine bright. You are here to shine and to be a shining example to others, right? As you live your truth, as you stand on your path, as you follow the desires of your heart and not the egoic mind, not only are you changing things generationally, right, for your own lineage, but then you also give others permission to be who they are. And the more of us that are shining in our light, the more of us that are in our sovereignty, the more of us that understand our luminosity and our connection with the divine, right? The higher the vibration of the entire planet goes, right? When we're doing this work, we're doing it for the entire planet. Everybody gets an upgrade. Everybody gets a push. Everybody gets a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer the crab in the barrel shit, right? Like we can all win. We can all eat. There's more than enough at this table for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Love that. I love that for you. You're luminous. And then we have, oh, receiving from angels, shimmering wings of angels, embrace me with love. Look at the angels showing up to love on you. So know that you're never alone. And again, the veil is getting thinner. Where'd the veil go? Right? The veil is getting thinner. We're almost at Samhain, Halloween, right? The um All Saints Day, right? The veils are very thin, so pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the signs, pay attention to nature. What are the number sequences that you keep seeing? Are there certain animals or insects that you keep seeing? Did you hear a certain name? Are you um having, really weird dreams or whatever? Like start paying attention to this stuff, guys, because there's messages in there for everybody, for everybody. All right. Some tarot. Now we're gonna get into the rest of these messages. So thank you, angels and guides, once again for being here with me in the collective. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? As far as this full moon, what do we need to know? What do we need to see? Look at this shit. What I said. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. I mean, come on. This is why I shuffle on camera. That's why I shuffle on camera, so y'all can see, like, I'm not, you can't make this stuff up. Literally can't make it up. All right. Ten of Cups, right? The ultimate love card. Love and what? Blessings fill your life. Oh, harmonious relationships. Happily ever after. You cannot make this stuff up, guys. You heard me just say that, and I'm shuffling on camera. This is why I do what I do. Love you. Thank you. So blessed. Oh, it looks like angel wings in my sky. They love me. I'm so spoiled. Bottom of the deck, the moon. The opportunity to improve your plans. Big changes happening. Look at that freaking huge full moon, right? Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. Face your fears. Just keep going. Just keep going. I said put the blinders on and just keep going. It doesn't matter what the world is showing you or telling you right now. I need you to just keep going. I need you to have faith and I need you to be courageous and I need you to keep going. Why? Because this is the dream, the love, the happily ever after that you have planted. These are the seeds that you planted. This is what you asked the universe for. A restart, a refresh, a renewal, right? Your time to win, your blessings, your grace, your love, your desires. You've been waiting for this time. So you got to get moving, right? Chariot, determination, courage, strength, moving things forward, getting things to work. Chariot is an action card, right? Every time you see a chariot card, the chariot is in motion. This isn't a time to sit on our laurels and wait and hope and wish like a little kid. This is a time to get the fuck up after we prayed and meditated and to get going because we know for a fact that this is our end. So why would you not move forward? If you know for a fact that you are supported at all times and that nothing can stop you outside of your own design, then why would you not move? The only one stopping you from this is you. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is. It is what it is, right? The situation doesn't serve you. Why? Maybe because you're in your head a little bit too much, listening to those voices that are telling you that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you need to play it safe. This is what everyone else has always done. Why can't you just be happy? You know the people that I'm talking about. You know the voices that I'm talking about. Where you're supposed to be satisfied with that little chump change, or you're just supposed to live in that place because that's where everyone else lived, and Why would you leave? Because then you're gonna miss people, and then you're gonna have to start again. Oh, you're not gonna know anybody, and why would you start a business like that? And who's gonna support you? And people are gonna make fun of you, and it makes no sense. And who even needs that? And there's all types of shit going on, right? Everybody got something to say, and it's up for you to discern which of those voices you're gonna listen to. Are you going to listen to the voices of a whole bunch of people that aren't living their goals and their dreams or their desires and want you to play small and to dim your light and to be a candle under the bed? Or are you going to listen to the Most High? Are you going to listen to your team of light? Are you going to listen to your ancestors that are coming through and being like, yo, don't do what we did. We see you, we hear you, we got you. We're sorry, we fucked up. You got this. You're stronger than any of us could have been, right? No need for arguing, no need for conflict, no need for the back and forth. No need to be on the defensive all the time. I'm so quick to tell a person that they're right about some shit. I'm not. Listen, I'll be like, "Oh, what a beautiful blue sky. Oh, the sky's purple. You right." I'm not sitting here and wasting my energy arguing with you over some dumb shit just because you're argumentative or low vibrational or it makes you feel good. Because every time I lower my vibration to entertain you, then I have to work to raise myself back up. No, I'm going to keep myself elevated and I'm going to ignore these little low vibrational energies. And if you want to holler at me, you better get up here. You better come up here because I'm not coming down to entertain you, right? Don't get thrown off your path. Because I can't. Just look at this. Just look at this. Like, come on, destiny. Come on, change. Come on, the end of a cycle. Come on, transformation. Come on, a new beginning. Come on. New, oh, look. I forgot that it says that. New beginnings. A change in direction that offers happiness, leading you to your happily ever after. So the Pentacles, right? Things coming into balance, balancing work and life, right? Balancing your spiritual self and your physical self, balancing your masculine and your feminine energies, right? We had that with the starting fresh, right? Things coming into balance. So if you've been doing one thing too much and too little of the other, right? It's time to start bringing things into balance. We want harmony coming back into the world, into your world. So beautiful. And then, I mean, come on. The Four of Gabriel, which is the Four of Wands, or the 1111 card if you happen to resonate as a twin flame. So again, that energy is not surprising me since we're under all this Venusian energy with Taurus and Libra and Venus and Virgo, right? So new beginnings in our relationships, right? For those of you that might have been, fighting or in a lot of discord because of like communication issues and intimacy and things like that, right? You've been really tested during this time. So if you happen to be with someone that you're incompatible with, right? This is going to be the time where you guys kind of should just cut your losses, right? But if you happen to be with someone where you guys have been going through these struggles and these challenges and these obstacles and you've been able to come overcome it, this is going to strengthen you in ways that you couldn't even imagine, right? It's like falling in love all over again, remembering why we got here, understanding the blessings that we brought into each other's lives. So incredible. Anyway, if you're leaving me here, then I will say, see you later. I love you. Mean it. If you don't know or you haven't already checked it out, please check out one of the coaching courses. I have coaching course for men, which is going to help them create more success in love, sex, relationships, health and fitness, career, money, finance. The goal is to help dramatically reduce the amount of male suicide because men need to be supported, and I've created a container to do just that. And then I also have a coaching course specifically for women who have gone through cancer treatments. It's called Sex After Cancer, and just helping to bring women back in touch with their bodies and so we can have more pleasurable sex. I would say again, but not everybody was having pleasurable sex ahead of time, so let's all joyously have good sex and get our groove back, right, little Stellas? And if you're not interested in one of those two programs, but you just want to do coaching with me or you like a personal reading, you guys always know my information is down below. Hit me up. I love you so much. And I will see you later. Love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Later. Hello, 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 my beloveds. All right, so here is going to be the twin flame reading. Thank you, angels. Thank you guys for being here with me in the twin flame collective. Ooh. What do we need to know? What do we need to see with this Taurus lunar eclipse? What do we need to know? What do we need to see? How is this going to show up for the twin flame collective? I've been noticing a lot of love bombing going on. An imbalance in the masculine energies. So there's been two. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting all these messages at once. Okay. So 111, I just saw on the clock. So for the masculine energy, there's been a lot of imbalance there. There's a desire for intimacy and connection, but from a space of neediness and distraction. So for the imbalanced masculine energy, love bombing, gaming, um, scrolling on the phone all the time, excessive amounts of porn, um, even like overdoing it at work, right? There's a lot of that energy to just not focus on the healing, not focus on the inner work, not focus on being accountable. And then for the imbalanced feminine energy, there's actually on both sides, there's this kind of like shutting down altogether where it's like this arrogance of like, well, I can just be by myself because nobody's good enough for me and no one appreciates me, as opposed to doing the inner work and being like, okay, well, why am I attracting these people that leave me feeling unfulfilled or undesired or unseen or not valued? The feminine side also, the distorted, imbalanced feminine energy is playing out with a lot of anger, um, a lot of manipulation, straight out deceit in a lot of cases, um, and a lot of defensiveness. And this is a very challenging energy to invoke and embody when you're on a mission. Not even invoke and embody. It's a challenging energy to have to deal with, is a better way of saying that. Much better way of saying that. When you're on a journey when you're on the twin flame journey, right? Because the twin flame journey is about self love first and foremost, right? You cannot possibly even consider being in union with your divine counterpart if you haven't learned to love yourself first, because how could you possibly offer to someone something that you don't have, right? How can I be a reflection of someone who is so expansive in their self-worth and their self-love that they understand how worthy they are. They understand how loved they are by the universe, and thus they're able to reflect that to me and also receive that from me. I cannot give that person that if I am not that, right? So self-love is always the first step on the twin flame collective. And when you have these imbalances and these distortions and this anger and this frustration and this lack of accountability, then how do we get there? Right? And so knowing yourself, doing your own inner work, whether you're showing up as the masculine or the feminine, right? Leading to becoming the divine masculine, the divine feminine. Because just because you're in your feminine energy or your masculine energy doesn't mean that you're in your divine sense of that energy, right? There's toxic versions of that. There's the shadow side of every aspect of it. We're all the bad guy in somebody's story. I don't give a fuck how it plays out. I don't care what that person might have did to you yesterday. We're all the bad guy in somebody's story. So as you do your own work as the masculine, trying to, be the divine masculine, as the feminine, trying to be the divine feminine, and doing your own healing and doing your own clearing, you can then clearly see from that space where the distortions are in the dynamic, right? So if I'm on my path as a divine feminine and I acknowledge and I'm aware that I'm a twin flame, then I know that I have a lot of inner work to do. And I know that if I'm not in union yet with my twin flame, that they also have a lot of work to do, right? Because we are twins, so we're both healing. Now, does that mean that we're always at the same level? No. More oftentimes than not, the divine feminine is a little bit more further awakened on the path. She's been awakened a little bit longer and she's aware of the path, right? I'm saying she is referred as a reference to the divine feminine energy. It doesn't have to be a gender. And the divine masculine energy, he tends to be a little bit resistant, running from it, doesn't necessarily want to do the work or see, the bigger aspect of it. And so when you have a masculine energy that's kind of imbalanced because he has yet to start doing his work towards his own divine masculine energy, you as a divine feminine are going to be challenged with that, right? And frustrated. And then it can reel you and trigger you, right? So you have to be grounded and centered in yourself in order not to be reactive to what's going on with the masculine energy that you're dealing with, and vice versa, right? Because, we love to shame masculine energy or men in general, but we love to shame masculine energy as if it's like all toxic, as if the feminine energy is all perfect. It's like, no, they both have shadow, they both have light, they both need work, they both need healing, they both need love, right? It's not just one or the other. If you're not in union yet, it's because y'all got a lot of work to do. A lot of the divine masculine and feminine couples that are together right now as twin flames aren't together because everyone's finished doing their work. They're together because they decided, you know what, I know you're my person and I know that I'm your person. And despite the fact that we're both fucked up, we're going to rock this out together. Like, that's what that is. So don't be distorted, just like, oh, when we get to union, everything is perfect. No. If your work was done, you'd be done on the planet. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it works. All right. Let's tap into some of these energies. What's going on with the full moon? Finances and career. Not surprising because we are in what? Libra, Taurus, Venusian energies right now with this eclipse, right? So Venus rules art, beauty, money, love, all coming up. First card out, finances and career, right? So some of you may work with your divine counterpart, making things a little complicated, especially because with the twin flame dynamic, there tends to be some type of gap, right? So it could be a salary gap, could be employee employer type of vibe going on, however you choose to work it out. And for some of you, it could just be, again, the distraction of let me not heal and do the inner work, so let me focus on my career, right? And I'm seeing a woman in this picture, so I'm wondering, divine feminine, is this what's going on with you? Are you struggling financially, or are you dealing with a divine masculine at your place of employment, or are you distracting yourself and focusing on your money and career so that you don't have to deal with the hurt and the pain that you've experienced in relationships in the past? Because things keep coming up so that we can deal with them, right? You have to feel it to heal it. So if you're avoiding doing that work, then you're avoiding what you need to do in order to get into union. And I'm going to say this again, sometimes we're the weapon that forms against ourselves, causing us not to prosper. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So for those of you that might be in separation or might, again, like I said, just because you're in union doesn't mean everything is copacetic, honky dory, right? But if you're in union or if you're, in separation, a relationship takes work. Like I I've noticed this a lot, especially as I've been doing more and more coaching. We have goals for our career, we have goals for our money, we have goals for our weight, we have goals for, our body, but we forget to set goals for our relationships, right? Like, are you in alignment with your partner's goals and dreams, with how you want to raise your children? Do you want children? Where do you want to live? What are your values? What are your dreams? Who's leading, what are your tasks and responsibilities, what are my tasks and responsibilities, what are we trying to do in the next couple of years? Is your goals and your dreams for your life congruent with mine, right? Sometimes we're incompatible, and that's okay, right? You can love and care about somebody, but sometimes it's just not the right time, or sometimes it's just not going to be the fit. And why, like, should I give up my whole life and career and goals for somebody else's goals and dreams? Some people do, and then they end up being very resentful later on, right? So this is about you just thinking long term. All right, well, can I do this? And am I willing to make the effort? You have to be willing to make the effort, and it's a partnership. So it shouldn't just be you as the man showing up and doing everything and pouring everything into a relationship while you're being taken advantage of, or you as the woman coming through and pouring everything and doing everything you can to take care of the relationship, and it's one-sided. It's a two-sided dance, right? It's a partnership, not a solo, right? It's a conversation, not a soliloquy, right? We have to understand that as we're dealing with this dynamic. And if you're not willing to make the effort, then do not be surprised when the thing that you desire is then removed from you. And sometimes, especially if we're in separation, the other person needs time to heal on their own. And that is the work. Once again, self love is the first step. They cannot give to you what they do not have, and a person that does not know how to love themselves cannot love you. I don't give a fuck how many times they use the word. All right? If I can't fully love me, how can I fully love you? I'm going to end up betraying myself. For what? For love? Then that's not love. And I'm going to go to resent you and hate you and be bitter about it. And then here we go. Right? Pay attention to the red flags. Oh, the signs are cautioning you. So, you already know what this is. This is the false twin. This is the karmic soul teacher. This is you trying to make the situation work, knowing that they are actually narcissistic and toxic and abusive and not the right ones for you. I don't care how many quizzes you take, how many videos you watch on YouTube, how many readings you get. Your divine counterpart, the one that the Most High has in store for you, is not going to be abusive. They're not going to be narcissistic and toxic. They're not going to make you feel less than. They're not going to try to put you in a box. They're not going to try to make you do something that you don't want to do. And I'm not talking about gross things. I'm talking about your bank account is empty. You're in sexual situations you're not comfortable with. Um, you have to live someplace that you don't want to, or where you're being isolated and removed from people. Okay, that is not your twin flame. I don't care how much y'all have in common. I don't care if your stories lined up. I don't care if you saw 1111 every time they called you. I do not care. Stop trying to make it fit, because your divine counterpart, the one that God has for you, the one that you came down into this universe to be with, is not an abusive, low life piece of shit manipulator who's going to drain you for everything that you're worth and make you feel like nothing. That is not love, and that is not a twin flame. And if you think that is love, then the conversation is going to go right back to this again. Self-love is the best love. If you believe that is love, then you do not love yourself, and that is another conversation for another day. Or you can hit me up, 347-847-9424, because that's ridiculous. And I'm saying that because I love you and because I understand. I understand. I know what it's like to want to be loved so bad that you will just deal with any type of love because it's better than having nothing. It's better than feeling like nothing. It's better than wondering and questioning yourself and doubting yourself. How many prostitutes I know? And I see why they do what they do, and it's because they don't love themselves. And they'll take any version of love, any version of love, just the hopes to hold on because it's better than not having love at all. Y'all want to be mad at pimps for offering love? Why? Why don't you be mad at society for not valuing and loving these people that feel like prostitution is the only answer? We're all in this together. All right, anyway. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, so for the twin flames that have not met their person yet, maybe you have. Spice it up, spice it up, spice it up. You're going to have to keep an open heart, right? And I love the fact that she's all like in like clothing, like she looks like she's like a maid or something cleaning, and it's like this person's like a soldier. So it's like, yeah, like we're not on the same level, but damn, he's making you feel like something, right? And bowing at her feet. So here she is, no shoes, looking disheveled, and somebody is seeing the goddess within her, regardless of what the exterior is looking like. That's some dope ass twin flame energy right there, right? It's gonna be an energetic connection, not just the sexual energy. I mean, like everything, telepathic, soul to soul. Like it feels so different. And when the activation comes through, man, listen. Ooh, and then we got let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from your friends. So some of you may meet your twin when you like get hooked up. Like maybe you get hooked up on a date or you're out hanging out with friends and doing something. And some of you, just because they're primping her up, you just need to make an effort to go out there and to start feeling good about yourself to draw that energy into you, right? Like some of you just need to get your mind off of things and switch things up and start thinking about something else, right? Like, if you're sitting at home pining and waiting for your twin and waiting for your twin, like go out on another date, right? Go hang out with your friends. Go take yourself out on a date. If you don't feel comfortable going on another date because you feel like you're betraying them, I understand that because like it's challenging once you know who your twin is to go out there and do anything else because then you feel like you're cheating sometimes. It's like, we're not even in a freaking relationship, right? But energetically, you're like freaking married. I get that, right? So if you don't feel comfortable doing that with a physical person and you don't want to do that with one of your friends or you don't have close friends you feel comfortable doing that with, like take yourself out. Why? Oh, self-love. Let me show the universe what I love to do, what is enjoyable to me, what my love language is. I'm going to show the universe that I deserve to be dined. I deserve to go out and enjoy myself. I deserve to have delicious foods. I deserve to laugh and enjoy good company. So I'm gonna take myself to the movies. I'm gonna go get myself a massage. I'm gonna go buy myself dinner or have a beautiful lunch somewhere and sitting by the water and enjoying a glass of wine. Right? I'm gonna do these things for me and show the universe that one, I enjoy these things. As you're putting it out there, you're going to start getting it back too. And two, then you're going to have somebody else showing up in your life that's going to start reflecting that energy back to you. What? Can we say winning? Winning! Bottom of the deck, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Some of you just got to be patient. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it again. If you guys aren't together, it's because this is your time to be healing. So instead of focusing on what the fuck they're doing, focus on yourself and doing the work you need to do. What do you need to do to be a better person? What can you do today to be a better man than you were yesterday? What can you do today to be a better woman than you were yesterday? What can you do to be a better soul? Right? Are you honoring your soul? Are you loving yourself? Are you respecting yourself? Are you working in a place in which you feel valued? How's your health doing? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating right? Right? Are you wasting your time away, occupying yourself because you don't want to do your own inner work? Or are you out here doing the work, being accountable for your actions, learning to be reliable, budgeting your finances, taking stock of your behavior, looking at your relationships, right? Like you have an opportunity right now to do some deep inner fucking work. Why? So that you can get ready for your divine counterpart. You don't want to date somebody messy, so don't be the messy person that shows up in a relationship. Common sense. Anyway, I guess it's time for me to go get my babies. I'm gonna leave this reading here. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And I will see you soon, my beloveds. Later, my twin flame. What's up? What's up? What's up, my beautiful divine feminines? Thanks for staying for this part of the reading. So, angels and guides, what do you got for the divine feminines with this beautiful full moon in Taurus? It's eclipse. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? Right. That's so funny. I saw Kali Ma during the pre-shuffle, and here she is. So take no shit. Take no shit from nobody. Kali Ma is here bringing you the strength and the courage to stand on your own 2 feet, to stand in your power, to know your worth, to dead all the things that are no longer serving you. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. It is time to step into your power. It is time to know your worth. It is time to love yourself. It is time to honor yourself. It is time to respect yourself. It is time for you to make the really hard decisions that you needed to make for a long time and get rid of the people in your life that are not serving your highest and greatest good. The people that talk shit to you, the people that talk down to you, the people that make you feel like you're crazy, that you're not worth anything, that your goals and your dreams don't matter, that they hold more importance in your life than you do, that what you desire is too much, that you need to play small, that you need to be dim. None of that. Cut all that shit out. And it might get a little lonely for a while. I understand. Been there, done that. Had to dead some people. Had to dead even more. I now live across the street from a cemetery. It is what it is, right? But at the end of the day, if it's them or you, I hope, I hope that you always put you first. Self-love is the best love. Oh, Lala, saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. My beautiful divine feminines, it is time to start speaking life over yourself. Honor your words. Honor the I am that you speak before yourself. And I listen, whether you're doing affirmations, whether you're writing it down, I am is you speaking God over yourself. So the 2 words you say after that become your truths, right? I am is your God power. So be mindful of the words that you're speaking to yourself. Be mindful of the words that you're receiving. Change that conversation. Okay? Change that conversation, the one that you have with yourself. Be mindful of the words that you're writing down, right? Habakkuk 2:2, right? Write the vision upon the tablet and let everyone come see it. Be mindful of what you're writing down. Now, I'm gonna say this when you're journaling, right, and you're venting and you're getting all that energy out of your body, fantastic, right? Again, we want to use this power to write it all out and to get it out of our bodies so that we have clarity, we have space, we've emptied the cup of negativity, and now we have room for positivity, right? And when we speak, our voices are frequencies, our voices hold certain vibrations. And when we're speaking out loud, we're hearing ourselves say these things, right? You command your body, you command your cells, you command this physical avatar. So as we're speaking, this thing over ourselves, right? I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm loved, that our body and our cells are hearing us say that and it becomes our innate truth. That's why those people that choose to say I'm sick or I have cancer or oh I whatever illness they put over their body, God forbid that doesn't happen to me, right? Like that becomes their truth because they're owning it, right? So it's like, well, if you can own your illness, you can own your health. If you can own your poverty, you can own your wealth. If you can own your lack, you can own your abundance, right? So be very mindful and start speaking to yourselves, divine feminines, right? Listen to the songs that you're singing, right? There's certain songs that I sing to really like get me boosted up because I understand the power of the spoken words and because I understand the power of words, I'm so cautious now with the music that I listen to, right? And I born in the 70s, right? So I grew up when hip hop started. I know the different phases. I remember when it used to be hip hop where it was motivational and inspiring, and then it went to like gangster rap, right? Like I grew up on Biggie and Tupac and NWA and Salt and Pepper and all that stuff, right? Little Kim. So I'm good with the words, right? But I'm also mindful of the words that I speak now that I understand, right? As a child, I didn't understand. But when you grow up, you put away childish things. So now when all these new songs come on, 444, I just saw, um, now when all these new songs come on, I read the lyrics first before I start singing, right? Because I might like the beat of a song, but if I'm reading the lyrics and you talking about some next shit, I'm not rocking with it. I'm just not rocking with it, right? So I'm very, very cautious of the words that I sing and the songs that I sing, right? And especially the ones that I have on like playback, right? So just be mindful of the things that you're singing or saying or rapping or speaking over yourself. There's a lot of power in the frequency of your words, right? Be mindful of those that are speaking to you in a certain way, right? And start checking it and setting really clear boundaries. I named my son Sincere, and my children's names are my children's names, right? There's no nickname. I don't call him anything outside of Sincere. Like I have my own little special like term of endearment, but his name is his name. Just like my daughter's name is her name and my name is my name. Don't call me anything besides Autumn. I won't answer you, right? My son, same way. His name is Sincere. We will not answer you. We will just ignore you. And so I've had people try to abbreviate his name and call him Sin. And I'm like, his name is Sincere, which means truth and honesty. Why the fuck would you call him Sin? What does sin mean, right? And it's like people have to stop. Think about what you're saying. Think about what that word means and that you're speaking that over my child's life. Negative, not happening. You fucking idiot. Not gonna do that, right? So be mindful even of that. I had a guy that I worked with and his name, whatever nickname he had, it wasn't flattering, right? Whatever nickname he had, it was kind of like the meaning of it was kind of like coward or klutz or just it wasn't an empowering um definition. But his true name, his birth name, meant king. And I'm like, well, why you got people calling you this when you are royalty, right? And his life, crime, drugs, in and out of jail, distorted relationships, like all the stuff that was not kingly, right? All the stuff that was the nickname, but it wasn't the king. And I'm like, you need to start having people call you this because your name means king. Like you need to have that spoken over your life. So just be mindful of that, my beautiful divine feminine. All right. And then bottom of the deck. What was dank? I don't even know. The warrior saint, Mai Bago. I probably said her name wrong, but don't judge me. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. I love that. So when you're walking your path, as you're activating your goals, your dreams, all your desires, all the things that you're doing, right? As you've heard, and I'm sure many spiritual teachers and texts say the same thing, right? Like as you move forward on your path, the things that you need will be added onto you, right? Whatever we need will be added onto us. We're not supposed to worry about tomorrow because tomorrow's worries will take care of themselves, right? So, as you're manifesting your goals, your dreams, your desires, whatever it is that you happen to be working towards right now, right? Look at where you're at and what you have. Fantastic. I don't have everything, but I have something and I can get started. All right, well, what should I focus on first? For instance, my beautiful divine feminines, I was working with a client recently and she has a plethora of talents, right? She is a super amazing artist, so she can do all these different things. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, what are you working on first, right? And it's like, oh, I want to do everything. And I was like, okay, you can, in actuality, do everything, but you can't do everything at one time, right? Like, you're a great cook, you're a great artist, you're a great singer, you're a great dancer. Um, and you're a great sculptor, right? You're not going to be able to do all five of those things at the same time, right? When we're cooking, we need to focus on cooking our food so that nothing burns, right? And we can get the meal started, and as it's cooking, then we can go do something else, right? We can go work on the next project. Maybe that's finishing a painting or recording a video or finishing writing out that poem, like whatever it is. But we need to do and complete the one thing or get something going and have some momentum behind it before we can get to the next thing. As you move towards the one goal that you're working towards, the other things you need will be added to you. So I started creating these coaching courses, right? I have the coaching for women, the sex after cancer course, and then I have the coaching for men with the male intimacy. And as these awarenesses were coming to me and as I was making a connection of all these different things, and I'm like, okay, I've been training for this for a while. Now, did I know that specifically? No. But there was a time where I had an ability to take a lot of different classes and courses, and I ended up taking, courses on course creation and coaching and building a business. And there was all these different things I was just interested in and just learning about because I had access to it or I really liked the teacher. And fast forward, here I am utilizing all those things, but I didn't know it at the time. Um, as I decided, I was in a meditation one day and I heard sex after cancer, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is that about? No idea. Because I had just started working with the male intimacy course. But I'm like, okay, so I'm on the bus and I'm writing and I'm writing and I'm just like getting all these downloads and I'm just channeling in it. And this man was like, oh, you in school? And I was like, no, I'm creating this course called Sex After Cancer for women who gone through cancer treatments to help them start having more pleasurable sex again or start having more pleasurable sex. And he's like, oh, that's amazing. Do you have a card? And I didn't have a card necessarily. And I found one tattered one in my wallet and I ended up giving it to him. And it comes to just so happened that he was a doctor at the CDC and has a lot of connections with people that work with cancer patients, right? So, did I know this at the time? No. I was in a meditation. I heard the three words. I started channeling the information. My head hadn't even started going yet as to what that would look like. I just knew that this was something that came to me that I could do something with, and a resource was added onto me, right? So, as you walk your path, as you get those intuitive downloads, and as you trust them, and as you move forward, the things you need will be added onto you. And I feel like they have me going so long and so deep with the story with you is because, like, many of you don't start with your manifestations or your goals or your dreams or your desires because you're so busy in your heads in the how. Well, how, and I'm gonna need, and I'm gonna need money for this, and I'm gonna need. All right, well, fuck all that. What's the idea first? Right? Like, oh, I want to open a restaurant. Okay, cool. What kind of restaurant? Well, I don't know. Well, there's tons of restaurants. Saying opening a restaurant without a game plan is a guaranteed failure. 50% of all restaurants close within the first year, and 50% of those left close within the next 5 years. A restaurant is a guaranteed fail if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have a kind of game plan, if you don't know what kind of cuisine you want to serve, or the size of the restaurant, or the location, or if they even need that in that area. You know what I mean? It's like, let's start thinking. You don't need to know how you're going to get the money yet, or where you're going to buy the plates, or who's going to do the interior decoration. You need to figure out first and foremost, what kind of restaurant do you want to own? Okay, and about how many people. You want a big restaurant, you want a little one, you want like a little cafe, something that just does something in the mornings, you want something in the afternoons, you want something that goes late night, you want something that's 24 hours, you know what I mean? We have to start thinking. But as you step on your path and as you're moving forward and as you start asking yourself question by questions and getting closer to these answers, as you're moving forward, guess what? You're going to run into somebody who is thinking about running a restaurant. You're going to maybe be driving down the street and see a retail space that's open. Or you're going to be talking to the owners of your favorite cafe and realize that they kind of want to retire and they're looking for someone to take over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have that ability, but it's about you being grounded. It's about you being aware. It's about you speaking up and opening your mouth, because a closed mouth don't get fed. And it's about you not being scared. Take no prisoners. This is your fucking life. This is your life. And you're being supported. The universe is protecting you, protecting you. But you have to speak. You have to ask, right? The angels are here to support you, right? But we have to ask. The angels cannot interfere in our lives without us giving them permission. The Bible says, ask, believe, receive. You have not because you ask not. Open your mouth and put it out there. And know that any and everything that you need will be added onto you. Oh my gosh. Below this card, which is the bottom of the deck, is this, the Buffalo Catwoman, the Prophetess of the Sacred Way. This is another abundance card. Your path, the resources, the support, everything you need will lead you to your goals and your dreams, your stability, your prosperity, everything you have. The minute you stop taking shit and you set some boundaries and you open your mouth. So if nothing else has come through for you, Divine Feminines, I encourage you, I implore you, I support you, I reward you. The universe is going to reward you. Speak up. Speak up, speak up, speak up, speak up, speak up, and let your voice be motherfucking heard, however that looks in your world. All right? I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you, and I will see you later. Later, Divine Feminines. Hello, 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 my beloved souls. Welcome back, Divine Masculines. If you've been here with me the whole time, I still love you. Um, so let's see what the universe has going on for you, my beautiful Divine Masculines, during this time. Are there any messages that are coming through for what do Divine Masculines need to know? What do we need to see during this full moon eclipse in Taurus? Okay, that flew all the way over. All right, let's do it. Bottom of the deck, we have Badger, Perseverance. Dig in and see it through to completion. Do not give up. Right? Do not give up. Keep going. Put on your blinders and just keep going. Know that you got it. I'm gonna stuttering. You're guaranteed to win unless you quit on yourself. Guaranteed to win unless you quit on yourself. Unless you decide not to go through with it, unless you decide not to follow your intuition, unless you separate your heart from that in which you truly desire, you're guaranteed to win. So since you know this now, and you can't pretend that you don't know because you just heard me say it more than once, now that you know in spiritual truth that you are guaranteed to win, there is no reason for you to stop unless you want your win to be far out. You're guaranteed to win. So all you got to do is keep going. That means whatever comes before you that might be an obstacle or a challenge or an inconvenience or an annoyance is a temporary thing because you're guaranteed to win. I need you to really understand and to like invoke that energy. Like, doesn't matter how long this takes, I'm guaranteed to win. I know I'm gonna win, and I can actually shorten the process now if I just tap in and pay attention. Right? What should be a 5 year process, I can actually get done in 1 year if I just hone in because it's guaranteed that this is gonna be a success. Right? Know that about yourself. Know that in this moment. Know that whatever you're working on, right? See it in completion and know that that's what it is. When God made the earth, it wasn't like I wonder if this works. It's like, this is the earth and this is what I want. I want light. I want waters. I want to separate the seas from the sky, right? Like mountains to rise, valleys to fall. Like that's what it is. Said it, and that's what it is. You have the same power within you. You're a child of the divine. So see it, and then just keep going with your blinders on. The universe is going to have everything be added onto you, and things will be cleared out of your way. But you got to hold on to the energy. You have to believe that, right? That's the energy of the perseverance. Keep fucking going, divine masculines, because you got it a million times. Look, Cougar, confidence. Be bold and take charge. This is not the time to bow down. This is the time to stand in your power. This is the time to stand in your truth. This is the time to connect with your intuition. And when you know with assurity and confidence that you are guaranteed to do this thing, nothing's going to get in your way. You don't see cougars out here looking nervous and worried and watching their back and all. No, they about to go out there and get that food. They looking to see what am I going to eat first, right? And then they go after it. They're not debating. They're not sitting there, maybe I shouldn't eat today. Like, I don't know. I mean, they didn't eat yesterday, so maybe I shouldn't eat because I ate yesterday, but they didn't eat yesterday. Or, well, what would the rest of the cougars think if I went off to eat by myself? And what if I get, like, no, they just go out there and do what they got to do. Go do what you got to do. Stop worrying about all that. Wolf, guardian, you are safe and protected at all times. You are never alone. You are a child of the Most High. Your angels always with you, whether you are aware of this or not, as well as your spirit guides, spirit animals, the whole thing. Move forward with confidence and with courage, divine masculine, right? Stand in the truth and the power of who you are. Make decisions from your heart and move forward with confidence, knowing that you're guaranteed for success, knowing that no harm shall come to you, right? Unless you're putting that dumbass energy out there, you're good. It is safe for you to be successful. It's safe for you to be loved. It is safe for you to feel worthy and deserving. It is safe for you to go out there and to explore your goals and your dreams. It's safe for you to create something magnificent. It's safe for you to follow your heart. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know who you really are. At the end of the day, no matter what's being said, no matter what's going on, you know you best because you're with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do not be distracted by the illusions of this world. I just said that. I don't care what it's looking like over here, over there. Put those blinders on and just keep going. Know that you know that you know that you know. I know that's my goal. I know it's guaranteed. I know God's got me. I know nothing can get in my way. I know that if anything comes before me, it's not going to win. I know it's a temporary distraction to try to throw me off path, but I don't give a fuck because I'm still going to go get that. Like, be arrogant and confident in your shit. You're a child of the Most High God. You need to start fucking acting like it. So many people out here playing small and, oh, but what about what? What about what? You're the child of the creator of the fucking universe. Fuck what everybody else got to say. This is my life. This is my goals. This is my dreams. This is my soul contract. This is my purpose. This is my destiny. This is my divinity. This is what I want for my life. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out of my life. You are the author, the creator of your existence. Stop letting other people take control of your shit. Fox, adaptability. Adapt to the changes that are happening. Learn to move. Don't be stuck on stupid. Don't be stuck in your old energies. Don't be comfortable in your dysfunction. The world is changing, whether you like it or not. What are you doing to work with those changes? How can these benefit you? How can you win? Right? Are you one of these people that's over here arguing about AI this and AI that? Or are you just going to accept the fact that we're moving into the age of Aquarius, which is a technological age, and that these things are being created, and learn how they can support your world so that you can go out here and be the best version of yourself? Maybe they can help you write a book real quick so you can go get your first 5 or 10 million. I don't fucking know. But move with the changes in the world. You're gonna be stuck and start and stiff in your stuff and then nothing moves forward. It's who are you hurting besides yourself? You being stuck and you not moving with the flow and you working against the universe is only wearing you out, only wasting your time, your energy, your resources, right? We gotta go with the flow. You move with the flow of the universe, things happen so much faster and easier. Koala, empathy. Speak less and listen more. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Divine masculines. That's so funny because the divine feminines we're told to speak up. And here y'all are being told to listen. Listen and pay attention. Open your hearts. Everybody is a little extra sensitive right now, and everyone is brought into your life for a reason. God sends us nothing but angels. I don't care how it looks on the external. So start paying attention to the people that are being sent into your life. Start paying attention to the things that you're hearing. Start observing more and responding more instead of getting in the midst of everything and reacting and losing your power every time you lose your temper. And last but not least, we have seal, imagination. Immerse yourself in artistic and creative expression. I love this. We've been talking about this with the Taurus energy anyway, right? The Venus energy actually, but Taurus, art, beauty, love, money, right? So get grounded, get into your heart, slow your breathing round down, right? So that you know you're safe. Why? So that we know that we're safe and we can allow ourselves to imagine. You're not going to be comfortable daydreaming when you think your life is in danger, right? So we slow down our breath, we take some deep breaths, we let our bodies know that we're safe, and then we're able to create and to express ourselves, to explore, to connect with the universe, to get the downloads that we need, right? It's from a grounded, centered space, right? So allow yourself to really just get into that energy. You see all that water? If you can get into a body of water, I highly suggest it. I highly, highly suggest it. All right, my beautiful divine masculines, I'm gonna leave it there for you. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And again, check out my coaching courses, or if you want to book a personal reading, coaching course, or spiritual call, my info is down below. Later.